Hi everyone, welcome to another time-lapse video. For today's video, I'm sketching from a reference photo that was taken in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. In this photo, it shows some people eating at roadside stalls. What really caught my attention is how common this scene is. So wherever you go in Vietnam, you can see people eating at roadside stalls, and they would usually sit on these small stools that are perhaps at knee level or even lower, and the table is also quite small. It's like children chairs or children table, and lots of people would just gather around and would just eat their meals there. I think it's a rather iconic scene, if that's the right word, but it's certainly a very common scene, which is why I wanted to draw this. If I'm drawing this from real life, it may get a bit awkward if those people who are eating and they notice me drawing them, because I don't know, if you are eating and people are staring at you, it's a bit strange. Anyway, for this particular sketch, I'm using pen and ink with ink wash. So right now I'm just drawing with my fountain pen. That's the Pelikan M200 fountain pen. I will also be using watercolor later on. I'll be using only one color, and that is red, because the tables and the small stools, they are in red color, and that's very striking. So for this particular sketch, I'll just be using black and red, just these two colors. When drawing a scene like this, or actually any other scene, it just requires focus and concentration if you want to get the proportion right. My style is a bit stylized. It's almost like a comic style. I just draw the shapes as I see them, and for my human figures, usually the eyes are like a single dot, and the nose a vertical line, and then the mouth a horizontal line. So it's a very stylized look. Anyway, I don't draw a lot of details because this is not a very big sketchbook. So the smaller the sketchbook you are using, the less details you can afford to put in. And this is the Stillman and Birn Delta series sketchbook that I have been using for the past few videos. It's a very nice sketchbook. It has 270 GSM paper. The paper is off-white, so it's a bit warm, and it handles watercolor very well. This is actually the second time I've been to Vietnam. The first time was to Hanoi, and while in Hanoi, I sketched a lot on location. In one of the sketches, I actually went into a shop that sells shoes, you know, those Nike or Converse shoes, and it was during lunchtime, and the staff inside the shop, they were having a barbecue inside the shop. It's a barbecue with those electronic cooker, and I thought that was really interesting. I've never seen people actually eat in the shop before, and they were sitting down in a group just eating and chatting as if the shop was closed, but actually the shop was still open, which was why I was in that shop and I saw them. So I asked them if I was able to sketch them while they were eating, and they were happy to let me do so. Of course, I showed them some of the sketches that I have drawn earlier to let them know what I'm doing exactly. So after they saw the sketches, they allowed me to sketch them while they were eating, and it was pretty fun. After the sketch, I showed them the completed drawing, and they all took photos with it. So it was really quite an experience. So right now I'm using a small brush mixed with quinacridone red to color all the small stools. I'm using a smaller brush to get into all the tight spaces. So when using only two colors, it's a very quick way to color a sketch to basically give the sketch some colors, light and shadow. Because the red was so striking, I wanted the color to be the thing that gets the attention in this particular sketch. For the black ink, I'm using Rowney Kandaha. I have reviewed that ink before. It's a very nice ink. It's not 100% black, it's more like 95%. So if you use it on pen and ink lines, your line art will still show through underneath the black. And that's what I like about this ink. So now I'm just coloring the black shapes. Later on I will be adding some water to the ink to dilute it, to basically add the gray tones for the sketch. This sketch took me around 40 minutes to 50 minutes, so it's a very quick sketch. If I were to use watercolor, if I were to mix watercolor, it's going to take me a bit longer. And if I'm drawing on location, sometimes I may draw a bit faster because I want to get out of the weather, or sometimes I may draw a bit slower because I'm tired, or maybe I just want to add more details. So it really depends. How much time you spend really is irrelevant. The most important thing is you should have fun drawing. So for the ground, I'm adding some water to the ink just to make it a bit lighter compared to the dark black color that I use for the clothes of all those people. So this sketch is almost done. By the way, I have just released a set of video tutorials from the Sketching Ho Chi Minh City series. Now this set is available on my Gumroad webpage. I will put the link in the video description below. So if you want to learn how I sketch and color scenes like this in greater detail, if you want to learn about the techniques, if you want to check out the reference photos that I use and practice along, you can get the tutorial set and also support me and my YouTube channel at the same time. Thanks for your time. See you again in the next video. Bye.